So what we're going to go through now is a practical exercise with respect to the Kaatsu bands. Now I would suggest that you don't try and do this by yourself. You need to be working with someone who is experienced with the use of Katsu bands so that you don't make the bands too tight, and likewise if you make them too loose then you won't get the effect. So I am putting the Katsu band at the top of my arm here, and I am making it tight, and I'm doing the same thing on this side, putting the band on like so. Now I use these Katsu bands every day, so it would be fair to say that I think I'm reasonably experienced in knowing how tight they need to be. So the first thing is I am feeling for my pulse, because I do not want to stop the arterial blood flow to the muscle. I want to reduce the amount of blood flow away from the muscle, so-called venous return, but I don't want to impede or stop the arterial blood supply to the muscle. So here I've checked with my right arm that I can still feel here. I can feel with my fingers, I can feel the arterial pulse there. So let's check it on the same thing on the other side. And yes, I can feel the arterial pulse on this side. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up the two 4-kilogram weights, and I am going to do bicep curls. Now I'm going to do bicep curls to the stage where I am close to a state where I really struggle to do any more. So for me that is usually about 50 or 60 bicep curls. And interestingly enough, one of the things that happens when you do this is you get increased production of what's called vascular endothelial growth factor, or VEGF. Now this is a stimulus to the production of new muscle tissue. So right now I am starting to feel like I am getting a bit of a burn in my biceps, and that's a good thing, because that tells me that I'm starting to generate some lactic acid in the muscle tissue, and that is what I want, because it's not until I start generating some lactic acid in my muscle that I'm going to provide the stimulus for the muscle bulk to be increased.